Hey, what are you doing on the couch? You know better than that. Bad girl. Go to your bed. No, quit whining. You know better than that.
Before puppy girl Jenna would clock in 42,000 followers on Twitter, 14,000 followers on OnlyFans, 250,000 followers on TikTok, and around 120,000 followers on Instagram at the time of this recording.
No, stay.
Before puppy girl Jen would get features from Vice, Lad Bible, the New York Post, and would quit her day job to start earning $10,000 a month via her OnlyFans account.
Oh my.
Before puppy girl Jen would get call-outs from YouTubers including Cody Ko and a ton of dudes who would buy her OnlyFans so you don't have to.
Water, man.
I hate the titles. Little captions.
I'm still thirsty.
By now you likely heard the news that puppy girl Jen, she's become a massive internet star, but no one really seems to know who the girl is. Is it all just some kind of act? And most importantly, well, what kind of dog does she identify with the most? We found out.
What breed dog do you identify as?
Honestly, like as basic as it sounds, probably a golden retriever because they're just happy.
That's pretty hot, actually. Those are some of the hottest dogs.
Yeah.
Now, Jenna.
Now we hear before they were famous, we decided to reach out to puppy girl Jen, and she answered all of our questions. Now it turns out she's been doing this since she was a child, and she also told me that her biggest influence as a kid, well, it was actually Air Bud. Yeah, you know this guy. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. We got a lot to get through. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Michael McCrudden back at it again with a brand new banger here for you before they're famous. Now I got a strong feeling that this video, it might get demonetized, so if you want to support the channel, you can check out that join button down below. Now other popular drops as of recent include PP Cocaine, also EDP 445. Both of those got demonetized, so yeah, help your boy out. Also, shout out to Permanent Vacation, they hooked me up with this sweater. I love it. It's like the clouds. All right, here we go. Be sure to subscribe and hit that bell. Boom!
Your puppy girl Jenna. Does anybody know who she is?
Puppy girl Jen was born Jenna Phillips on April 15th, 1999 in Rockport, Texas, in good old US of A. Now cruising over her Twitter, we actually found some throwback photos which included one of her dressed up as a dog. Seems fitting.
Yeah, that fits.
She moved around a little bit, living in Rockport, Canyon Lake, and Austin. She attended Rebecca Creek Elementary, Mountain Valley Middle School, and Canyon Lake High School. Now, she was a pretty normal kid at school. She was actually a bit of a nerd. She told me, I kept to myself, not really having many friends. Many people assumed that I was one of those people that wore the cat ears and tails and hissed at people in the hallway, but I was really normal. I did my studies, went to practice, and went home. Very boring. Now, to be honest, I don't think anyone was confusing her for a cat, because even at a young age, well, she was into pretending that she was a dog while at home with her family.
So you were a dog girl as a kid, like were you running around at recess doing that?
And I don't think at recess, definitely at home. I remember my mom saying like, when are you going to grow out of this?
Oh, how
Joke's
she
on
could have
you.
never
Yeah, she could.
envisioned the turn it would take. So I'm like, oh, my daughter acts like a dog.
Now speaking more on this, well, Jenna, she opened up and she told me, I used to pretend I was a puppy ever since I was young around my whole family. They would throw me balls and walk me on a leash outside. They didn't think it was weird, just me being a kid. When I told them what I do now, they were not surprised. Now outside of her dog obsession, well, she was into a few more traditional things, including reading fantasy fiction, cooking, baking, she played some softball, and she was into the arts. She did dance, she did cheerleading, and she did some theater. And I think it's the theater that really came into play here. You know what I mean?
You want a treat? You want a treat? Sit. High five.
And when we ask people who their biggest influences were growing up, well, typically we get names like Drake, Gary Vee, maybe Paris Hilton. But for puppy girl Jen, well, she told me it was Air Bud.
No way.
Now that movie was ridiculous, and it somehow managed to even get a sequel titled Golden Receiver. Now Jenna, she found work early on. She was at a Japanese restaurant. Then she did PSR for a big OB/GYN clinic. And finally, she became a clinical optician. Now life was good and she could have done that for the rest of her life, but there was still that burning desire inside her to return to her doggy days. She told me, it started when I loved acting like a puppy as a kid, and the feeling never went away. I found a community of leather puppies at a kink convention, and suddenly all the feelings I had growing up made sense. They inspired me and made me not feel crazy, knowing that there were more people like me out there. Now, it does turn out that she is not in fact alone. Researching this video, I found another story about a Ukrainian toddler who was actually raised by dogs.
At first, this looks like some kind of strange hoax. Ukrainian girl Oksana Malaya running, jumping, eating and barking just like a dog. But this is no fraud.
Now that's a different thing. That ain't no fetish. That's actually someone raised by dogs. Anyway, for Jen, when I asked her who helped her along the way, well, she actually met a gay man at a kink convention out in Chicago who encouraged her to experiment with the role. Now, speaking on this, she told me, my kink play partners really helped me to develop myself as a puppy, with long talks about how I naturally felt to obedience training. Now, there's a dude in most of her videos who acts as her owner, and Jenna told me that almost all of her meaningful relationships, they've been non-traditional with kink play partners. Now, relationships not in the romantic sense, but close friendships that let her be who she truly is. And enjoy doing what she does. So these are just like friends who are like, I'm gonna let you go ham and be a dog on the gram and OnlyFans. She's really like forcing this on people, but I guess she's got fans, so people are enjoying it. Now, I myself, I'm a dog dude. I got 2 with Kara, then I got 1 with the family. Like, loving dogs is a big deal to me, but I never thought about a dog girlfriend. It just never crossed my mind. Now, anyone who's watching this video who's into this stuff, I'd love you to explain it to me in the comments down below. I just don't understand the appeal. But, what are you gonna do? Everyone's a little different. Every dog has their day. That makes no sense. Anyway, she also eats the dog food. And apparently it gives her all sorts of gas. Now, as for her future plans, well, Jen, she told me, to my fellow pups, woof, woof, grr, bark, bark, woof, ruff, ruff, grr, woof, 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 ar, 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 buck, woof. So I guess the last laugh is on me, because Jen, she just made me read out that as an actual quote. As for the rest of the story, well, I guess we're gonna wrap this one up here, because this is before they were famous. My name is Michael McCrudden, and we make all sorts of biography videos here on this channel, and that one's a little bit out there. But hey, there's a new star coming up off the internet each and every day, and to each their own. I mean, 10K a month ain't bad, so good for her. Let us know who's next in the comments down below. If you're into this stuff, I'd love to know why. Keep it classy though. We don't want this video getting demonetized. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Now, we drop a new video each and every day, so here's a recent drop that you might enjoy. We handpicked that one for you because if you like this video, you'll probably like that. We also got playlists like over here, so click on that if you want to see a whole list of a bunch of videos we've dropped in the past. And if you're new to the Fame Gang, be sure to subscribe and turn on them post notifications, and I'll see you guys in another video. Boom!